Hey there, Brian Hutchison, Global Career Guy, back for episode 51. I am standing here with the magnanimous. I did it. I made her laugh. She said I couldn't do it.
And it's early in the morning.
Who am I with?
Lisa Severy.
Lisa Severy. Lisa Severy, you have a little bit of leadership experience in NCDA, do you not?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
yes.
tell me about that.
Well, actually started with my state association, the Colorado Career Development Association, probably 2004. And then was part of the first Leadership Academy, and that got me into the leadership roles. I don't think I would have thought about it before then.
Yeah. And so now you've been NCDA president, right?
Yep.
I remember that year. And
13,
now you
14.
serve as governing council rep.
Yes.
Could you describe, I think that's a unique position for membership. Could you describe what that position is for me?
Yeah. So the ACA Governing Council is similar to our board, but for ACA. Mm-hmm. And each of the divisions, of which we are one of the founding members of ACA, has a governing council rep. So whether that division is tiny with 30 people or has a huge membership like ours, each group has a representative. And for us, that person sits on both boards. That's not true of all divisions, but it is for us. And it has to be a past president of the division. Mm-hmm. So someone who comes in with knowledge about the organization so that they can represent both.
Right, great. And I think a common question that I hear at least is sort of confusion, because a lot of people in NCDA aren't counselors, right? There are other types of career services professionals, career service practitioners. What is your view on sort of like the meeting point between counseling, NCDA, and then, if I may, like how non-counselors should look at that relationship?
Certainly there are times when the intersection is precise, like the overlap of mental health issues and career issues are right there.
Right.
And sometimes they're not as poignant. So I look at the variety of practitioners we have in NCDA as really providing the scope, the breadth and depth of career practice. And so there's a subsection of that who are mental health counselors who do career work.
Right.
And that's certainly the area that I came up through. And I consider myself a career counselor and embrace both of those words wholeheartedly, as it is the intersection of those two pieces. And then there are certain parts of the practice that I don't do and don't know because that's not my area of expertise. So I certainly refer clients to coaches where I think they really need the skill development and the empowerment functions and those types of things that counselors may or may not be trained on. So that's when I do the referral piece.
Yeah. And so in a way, I think it's important, at least to me, and I please would like you to weigh in, like, I think like if we were to have a tagline for all of us, it's like in a sense, we're all one, right? Like,
absolutely.
Career services practitioners include counselors, but there's also a common sort of tie that binds us all together, I think, right?
Absolutely. That underlying piece, that overall wellness includes employment and career wellness.
Right.
That you can't leave out that piece and expect a holistic, healthy person. It impacts so many other pieces of our life in most cultures, but especially in ours here in the U.S. That interplay is huge. So as a representative of the career counselors on the ACA board, part of it is I see as my role of reminding our parent organization that that career is a huge part of mental health, that it needs to be embedded in all of our training programs, that it needs to be part of the conversation with our government relations group. All of those pieces that ACA is working on have to include the career component. So in that sense, I feel like the sense of mission of making sure that career work, whatever level that it's on, is part of the conversation.
Woo! I think you hit your flow moment there. So I think that's an important idea and a good one to end on. And so thank you so much, Lisa, for doing this.
Absolutely, my
Episode
pleasure.
71 is in the book, Global Career Guy. Keep watching, keep the conversation going. See you next time.
Thank you.